Hey guys, I know I'm a little late, but this is my Draw My Life with me. Here we go. It all started when my mom and dad met in Japan. My mom is from Tokyo and my dad is from a neighboring province called Yokohama. They met, fell in love, and got married. They went around the world for their honeymoon, all over the US, Europe, and decided they wanted to live in Los Angeles. Their first house was in Gardena, California. If you don't know where that is, it's in the South Bay area of Los Angeles County, where there's lots of Japanese people. My mom then had my older brother, and then 2 years later, they had me. I was born at the Little Company of Mary Hospital in Torrance, and I had little to no hair, and I looked like a baby boy. That's me. Growing up, I was always super into my academics. My teachers told me that I could skip first grade, but my mom didn't want that for me so I can stay with my friends. So I stayed in my grade. I got straight A's and had perfect attendance. Wow, was I a nerd? And I was not cool at all. I had friends, just a few, and I was a little bit of an outcast. My parents put me in ice skating classes, which I was obsessed with, and I also did ballet and tap dance for many years. I hated piano though. Their practicing was so brutal. My favorite activity to do after school was to go to art class. I would always paint animals and draw different dolls and fashionable outfits on them. I was always so into art and colors and putting things together. I had a huge clay figurine collection that I made as a kid. I even went to Japanese language school on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., which was so strict because they had the same curriculum as Japan, and we weren't allowed to wear nail polish. I was really bummed about that one. In 5th grade, I got my first pair of glasses. I remember going to school when I first got them, and I thought they were so cool because they were Calvin Klein. Boy, was I wrong. The girls I hung out with said they were disgusting and so ugly. I remember crying at school, and crying even more when I got home. That was one of the worst days ever, and I will always remember it. There was another day at elementary school that I clearly remember. 2 of the boys that sat at my table were playing a game and spelling U-G-L-Y, and they were pointing at me and laughing. They didn't think that I heard, but I did. I also had these 2 big buck teeth like a bunny, and people always commented on them. I got called so many names that year in school, even Skinny Bone Jones, because being skinny as a kid was not cool apparently. The ugly thing really stuck with me, and I was only 10 years old, but I never told anyone. I just thought about it all the time. As for my glasses, since everyone made fun of them, I would put them on super fast, held them in front of my eyes, and took them off immediately. Eventually, my vision got worse, and I got contacts in 7th grade. Woohoo, no more glasses! In 6th grade, my dentist told me I needed braces, so I got them for a year and a half, and I had straight teeth after that. I was so happy. Still, no boys liked me. I was always so scared of boys too. Probably because I remembered I was UGLY. In 8th grade, I had a date to the 8th grade dance. My parents bought me this beautiful dress, and I think I wore makeup for the first time because a family friend did it for me, but I really just wore glitter. In my photo, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup. When I got to high school, I discovered hair tools, makeup, and the mall. I was able to find my own fashion trends from magazines and put things together. My dream was to be a fashion designer, and I thought one day I'll be working for a famous brand like Guess or BCBG. My loving parents were always so supportive of my brother and I in everything that we did. They bought us both cars at 16. Yes, they were both Hondas. Yay for good gas mileage! Since my brother was very athletic, my parents would cheer him at his basketball games. Me, on the other hand, I just played tennis in high school, only to get out of PE, which I was not good at, and I only cared about having a perfect bun and if my tennis outfit looked good. But still, no boyfriend until my senior year in high school. My first boyfriend ever. I was stoked. He was a couple years older than me, and I thought I was so cool. My boyfriend was in college, and he knew things that I didn't know. He took me to parties and lived on his own. I was so excited. We dated for about a year, even when I got into college. The first few months were so happy. He was so nice in front of my face, but he was cheating on me with different females. Eventually, he admitted to me, but because I was so excited about my first boyfriend ever, I wanted to stay with him. Things got ugly. He started hitting me, and the police would come and he would pretend like everything was okay. One time, he took a knife and cut my shirt open because I got my belly button pierced on my 18th birthday. I was terrified of him. I remember him throwing a chair at me in my dorm room in college, and I jumped away, but it dented and broke my brand new fridge that my parents had bought me. But I still could not stay away and stayed in contact with him. Eventually it got so bad that my dorm mates would tell him to go away and he was banned from my campus. That was a horrible relationship, and I plan to never be in something like that. I hope you girls never experienced what I did. My mother and father really helped me through that emotionally, and also by changing my number. That was only a couple months into college. Backtrack to getting into college. I got accepted into UCSD during my senior year in high school, and my parents were so happy. Asian parents always want their kids to go to a 4-year university, so I studied a lot in high school, graduated with a 4.3, volunteered a lot, and all that jazz. So UCSD was 2 hours away from home in Torrance. I lived in the dorms the first year. It was a lot of fun, but there were some rough moments. I would miss my family a lot because I was super close to my parents. I also missed LA. I made a few close friends in college that I'm still friends with until this day. But I also met some girls that were so mean to me. I had a big falling out with some of my roommates that I lived with my junior year, and they all teamed up against me. I wasn't sure why, but they purposely would try to lead me out of their activities, and at times I was really, really lonely. I would often drive back and forth to LA and SD to see my family and my best friend Arika. I had many friends in the nightlife industry in LA, and I would often go to nightclubs where celebrities were, but it had never crossed my mind that I would work in entertainment or be on TV. One day, a friend of a friend asked me if he can take my photos for a modeling website he was starting. I said sure, so I did my first photo shoot in San Diego, where they had a wardrobe stylist and makeup artist. I thought, whoa, this is legit. So that was my first shoot, and I had my first portfolio, I guess. I got a few fashion show gigs and worked some promotional gigs, but again, I never thought anything of it. Although I had more confidence compared to how I felt in 5th grade, I was still this nerdy college girl at heart. Due to me missing home so much, I finished college in 3 years and graduated with my BA in Communications and Japanese Studies. I studied 2 things. The reason why I studied communications is because I was hoping to maybe work in the journalism field, because I always loved telling stories. So I moved back into my parents' house after college, and I was like, okay, what do I do now? I got asked to audition for a reality TV show called Paris Hilton's My New BFF, where I met Paris and met some friends that I'm still so close to today. That was such a crazy experience. I remember having to wear the same outfit for 3 days in a row, which I hated because we had to make it look like it was the same day. After that show, I was trying to find myself. Do I get a 9-to-5 job, or do I still try to do something in fashion or entertainment like I always wanted to? I figure I give hosting, modeling, and acting a shot. And I did get to host many fun red carpets and pop culture shows. I did some modeling gigs and got on some TV shows. But I felt like that wasn't enough for me. I couldn't figure out why I was aspiring to be on TV and why I was aspiring to be aspired. So I went to graduate school. I went to USC, go Trojans, and I got my master's in broadcast journalism. For what? To learn more. Learning is something that can never get old. I can learn things every day, and why not get another degree while you're learning? I learned how to shoot, write better, and edit stories. I also was able to go into schools and cities in underprivileged areas of Los Angeles to learn more about our town and the people in it. It really gave me a different perspective on life. My mom always said, education is something that can never be taken away from you. Your looks, money, and physical things can. I knew that. It was engraved in my head. But why was I still trying to work in entertainment and modeling? A lot of questions were in my head. Last year, I graduated from USC with my master's degree, and my parents were so happy. Still, I wasn't working at an office, but I'm modeling, acting, and hosting. Backtrack to 2008. I signed up for a YouTube channel that year when I first started hosting for a pop culture website, so I can put my reel up and also put random vlogs of me. Barely anyone watched my channel. I had like 300 views. Then I got asked to do a few collaborations with popular YouTubers, including Just Kidding Films and Timothy Delgado, because some people referred me and knew me from the modeling world. But I'll talk about that in another video. I started getting subscribers and views. I thought, OMG, people are following me? Why though? My channel sucks. There's nothing on it. I started posting randomly here and there and just silly stuff that I did. A year ago, my best friend Arika, who is now a teacher at a middle school and the cutest teacher in the world, told me to make beauty videos. She said, "You always love doing my makeup and hair and trying to make others look pretty, that you should share your talent with others." I thought to myself, no way. That's stupid. I don't think people really want to know where I get my stuff. And why would they listen? I'm not a professional makeup artist or hairstylist. I just do things to get ready to go out to a party or my photo shoots. She said, exactly. Everyone wants to feel pretty and look pretty, and you're so good at explaining that. Why don't you share that with others? Typical teacher, right? So I tried it. I started posting videos of how to dress at certain occasions and how to do your hair. My subbies, aka you guys, started watching it. A few months ago, YouTube Space invited me into a program to shoot beauty videos as a beauty guru. What? I'm a beauty guru? I had no idea. I was flattered, so I really wanted to put out beauty videos. And the feedback I get from you guys for my girly videos is much more positive and makes me feel so much happier. My entire life, I was searching and searching for what I can do to help others, and now I feel like I'm finally able to. I realized that sharing with others and helping others is much more of a meaningful life than just pursuing a life wanting to be on TV and magazines. The reason why my show on YouTube is called Model Tips is not because I think I'm a supermodel, but because I started doing beauty videos as a model. I am not a professional makeup artist or a fashion stylist, but I want to share with you my tips and tricks I've learned throughout my modeling career. And as I learn more, I will teach you more. And I want us to experience this journey together so we can all feel like supermodels, on the inside and in front of a camera. As for the guys, I didn't forget about you. That's why I still have my guy show. And I'll continue to post new things that I learned too. But I am posting more relationship stuff and health stuff because ultimately, I want everyone to feel good and be happy. Thanks for listening to my Draw My Life. Love you guys. If you guys like this video, please thumbs it up. Also, leave comments below for video suggestions or any feedback. And don't forget to click subscribe. Love you guys. Mwah.